afternoon, Champaign, and welcome to your UI7 update. Thank you for joining me on this rainy day. I'm Mady Bunton here with today's top stories. In national news, the Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein was expected to be fired last week after discussing to secretly record President Trump. Trump decided to meet face-to-face with Rosenstein to discuss his future. Rosenstein suggested he wear a wire during an earlier meeting with Trump and discussed recruiting cabinet members to invoke the 25th Amendment to remove Trump from office. Rosenstein has a long-running battle with Trump and our nation's law enforcement. Trump speaks about his gathering with Rosenstein.
We'll be meeting at the White House and we'll be determining what's going on. We want to have transparency, we want to have openness, and I look forward to meeting with Rod at that time.
Rosenstein was currently overseeing the special counsel investigation into alleged Russian interference in the 2016 election. His departure causes a lot of uncertainty in the Justice Department. Just in this afternoon, entertainer Bill Cosby, once fondly thought of as America's dad, was sentenced to 3 to 10 years in prison for sexual assault and was declined on bail. CNN reporter Camilla Burnell tells us more.
Bill Cosby awaiting his sentence. He was found guilty in April on 3 counts of aggravated indecent assault. His attorneys vowed to appeal.
We don't think Mr. Cosby is guilty of anything, and the fight is not over.
Center of the case, Andrea Constant, who first alleged abuse back in 2005, saying Cosby drugged and sexually assaulted her. He settled a civil case with Constant, but criminal charges were not filed at the time.
Cosby was a very powerful man.
Over the years, dozens of women came forward accusing Cosby of sexual assault.
It wasn't until it came out recently that other women told the same story that had happened to me.
Repeatedly denied the accusations. Then in 2017, criminal charges related to Constant's case finally made it to trial. But the jury couldn't reach a verdict, and the case ended in a mistrial. Prosecutors decided to retry the case, and this time the trial ended in a conviction.
Today, this jury has shown that what the Me Too movement has saying is that women are worthy of being believed.
And as Cosby's future remains to be determined, Constant told NBC she's at peace.
I forgave Bill Cosby for what he did to me, and I sit here today and I have my peace.
I'm Camilla Burnell reporting.
In local news, there was a request by attorneys for the accused kidnapper and murderer of Ying Zhang, Brent Christensen, to go through a mental health analysis process. Christensen has now spent 2 birthdays behind bars since his arrest 15 months ago in the disappearance of the University of Illinois scholar Ying Zhang. Christensen was originally sentenced to death penalty in January, but on Friday their motion now includes the need to consult mental health experts regarding Christensen's state. Lawyers must introduce evidence of Christensen's mental health during the guilt phase or penalty phase of his trials. He is set to see mental health experts throughout the next 3 months doing evaluations and interviews. Although Zhang's body is still missing, this trial will conclude after the mental health exams are complete. Moving on to today's weather, the first week of fall is set to have mild to high temperatures and cooler nights. Today we are experiencing temperatures to reach the low 80s with a chance of thunderstorms this afternoon. There is also a 79% humidity forecast, which explains why your hair is already frizzy. The rest of the week will stay around the mid-70s, but nighttime temperatures will range from a cool 45 to 52 degrees. Chances of rain throughout the week. The rest of the week are slim, but will experience both sun and clouds. The weekend's supposed to heat up and will reach a high of 77 degrees and a low of 60. Almost a glimpse back into those summer temperatures. Before we say goodbye, check out our social media accounts to hear more top stories. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and like us on Facebook. And that's it with today's UI7 update. Tune in for more stories. Chris Joe on in 15 minutes.